Hello! Hey beauties, it's Robin. How are you today? So this is exciting. I've actually never done a live stream before, but I was super excited to start. And it's kind of funny because I was telling my kids and they're like, "Are you crazy?" And I just was like, "No, no, I really want to like connect with the audience more and just do like a live one. Just see, it might be kind of fun." So this is my office. I know it's quite minimal at the moment. You might not be surprised. The rest of the house isn't quite as minimal as this, but I am actually trying to decide what I want to do in here. But I don't want to have it so minimal that it's kind of boring, and it is kind of boring at the moment. But again, it's just still like a nice place that I can come and just be like, it's my space. There's no kids' books and stuff around, which makes me really, really happy. So yeah, this is it. Soon it will look different because I do plan on doing more of these live streams. I'm actually like really excited. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know me, you're just tuning in later. My name is Robin, and I help women who are overwhelmed with life to simplify their life to get some relief and peace. So examples of that would be helping people to learn how to declutter, to minimize. Also to make sure that your cleaning is going well, making sure that you're taking those breaks for yourself. That's something that I'm really passionate about, is women who are not making sure that they're taking care of themselves. They're always taking care of other people. And, that's wonderful. But, I'm a nurse and I know what it's like to see women who have not taken care of themselves later in life. And they are often quite, they're sick because they haven't put themselves at all in the priority list, right? So I created this channel to help women and mom take ownership of their time so that they can relax and enjoy life. So today I want to discuss 3 things that you can declutter that will make you happier. Now, a lot of us moms are super bogged down. As I mentioned before, we're doing all sorts of things for our families, and there's clutter, there are, commitments, all sorts of things that are really stressing us out. But clutter in particular is interesting because it has been shown to stress humans, and us women in particular. Now, we can see it in the back of our minds. We know it's there. So we can't ever really relax because we see it as unfinished work. We always know that there's something to do. And I, for myself, definitely feel that, even though like I may look around because I'm homeschooling my kids this year. Like, what was I thinking? But their books will be places, and like I look around, none of the mess is from me. So it's making sure people are keeping the space clean. For it's good for everybody's sake, but in particular for moms. So let's start. Number 1 is an easy one, and it is decluttering things that are broken. So I have been hauling my laundry around in this basket for over a year now. I pick it up, it pinches my hand, it's wobbly. Like, just imagine me. I'm like, okay, I got to get out the drawer. I got to go pick up the kids. And I'm like, throw my laundry in here from the dryer, and I pick it up and I'm like, oh, it's pinching my hand. It's wobbly. And I'm like getting up the stairs and just like, ah. So, you go like, why am I keeping this? We keep things that are broken often out of habit. Like, we're not even realizing it, that we're hanging on to them. And often, we don't feel like replacing things, which, is fair enough, depending on the price of things. But the problem is, every time that you use it and it's broken, it's just a little bit more stressful and it irks you. And you get a negative hit. It's like a stress. Hey, Daisy Creek Farm, Sam. So good to see you. I love the post you made the other day. It's good to see you. Yeah, so you've got to get rid of these things. They are just adding stress to you. All of the just bad feelings are coming to you whenever you're dealing with things that are broken, and you might not even realize it. We even had like a can opener that was broken, and it was such a struggle. And I thought, like, why do I not replace this? A new can opener, like a good one, is like $10. So I actually had bought several laundry baskets like years ago from Canadian Tire, and they're like less than $5. I bought like 4. but my teenagers are hoarding them in their bedrooms by not putting their laundry away. So that is another thing, is keeping the kids accountable. So I can actually get rid of this. Like, I actually have enough. So that is just one example. So I'm going to have a sip of my tea. This is a really good tea from David's Tea. I actually just ordered more. It's called Chocolate Earl Grey. You got to try it. So the second thing that, if you declutter, will really improve your life is getting rid of shoes that don't fit. Now, especially for us moms, often I actually myself have a pair of sandals that the bottom tread is dry. Like, it's dangerous to walk on wet grass in the summer. But mostly what I'm talking about is like kids' shoes. So we can keep them out of laziness, whatever. Recently, I actually opened up my closet and I noticed that a certain boot was keeping the closet from closing over and over again. And it's funny. So I'd like stand it up. This is the boot. I'd stand it up and then it would like fall down, and I'd like go to close it. And I was like, oh, it's that boot again. And sure enough, it was. And so this is the thing with shoes. Like, as clutter piles up, it's insidious. It's sneaky. Kids' shoes, you're replacing them. You're buying sandals and boots and shoes at the start of school. And, all of a sudden you have like a mountain of shoes. I bet you have a lot of shoes, Sam. But, we actually had some in our garage. You might have them in the basement. We had these shelves in our garage. And I said to my husband, like, we have got to minimize this garage more. It's like the last place that's like making me crazy. And so I ended up just saying, this whole shelving unit has to go. Why do we have all of these shoes? And most of it was shoes of the kids, and shoes that don't even fit anymore. We have 3 boys, and we are busy parents. And once the youngest doesn't wear them anymore, they're gone. And the thing is, as your kids get older, you can't even reuse their shoes because they just wear through them, which is, good. They're using them, but you don't need to be hanging on to these shoes for all of that time. So the great thing that you can do is you ask your kids, if they're a bit older, to go through their shoes and see if they want to keep them. Make sure that they fit and that they actually fit well. And then you can donate what you can. Otherwise, you may have to put them in the garbage. But, once you have decluttered these shoes, it's great. Like, the place is tidier. We have like a whole area where a shelf is gone. I'm so happy. In the garage, the closet in the house will be much cleaner. You will have way less shoes. That bit of stress will be gone, and you will be very happy. And the third thing that we hang on to now, this is a big one, and it's things that we're hanging on to for other people. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is hanging on to sentimental items that are not serving you. So you need to ask yourself, why do you have it? Maybe your mom gave it to you, or you've had it since your kids were little, but you need to ask yourself some questions. Do you like it? Do you use it? Does it have meaning? Is it something you use? Are you just hanging onto it out of guilt? Because that is actually something that causes an additional stress to you. Because often we're frustrated that we're hanging on to these things, and we're like, why am I doing this to myself? This is creating extra clutter. So I actually don't have a lot of sentimental items that I don't like to even show you, because I have been able to declutter them. And my family, as an example, is coming up to kind of a monumentous time. It's that my grandparents, who are in their late 80s, are actually potentially moving to a smaller apartment. Now, they have a beautiful house with a view of the Georgia Strait over to Vancouver. And there will be pressure to take their belongings. And the pressure is not from the family, but the pressure is from myself. Like, I don't want my grandparents to move out of their house. That house they've been in since I was 13. So it has a lot of meaning to me. A lot of their belongings have meaning to me. A lot of the things I would look at when I was a little kid and play with, or just sit and, just as little girls do, just sort of stare off and just imagine things. I don't think boys do that. But so I could be like, I'll just take it all. But obviously that's not going to serve me. That's not going to help the peace in my house. That's going to help me simplify my life so that I can actually like enjoy it, because then there's going to be that much more clutter. So I need to be strong and ensure that I keep things that are meaningful. And this is the same for you when you're going through your house and through your belongings. Make sure that you are keeping things that are meaningful and useful to you. So your family might give you things when they are decluttering. And, it's a thing. And I think we all do it. We say, hey, do you want this? And if somebody's like, sure, you're like, oh, good. Like this thing, I'm not wasting it. And it's going to someone I know. Like it's wonderful. And it's actually not great, because it might make, the person giving it to you feel better. But really, it's ultimately just going to elevate your stress, because you're going to have those things over time. And it's just not, it's not serving you. Again, unless it's something you're like, I could use this. And another example, and this is one that really hits mom's heart, is as the kids grow up, it can be painful. And so I try to keep, excuse me, just one outfit per baby. Now, this is the outfit my son Oliver, like, look at these pants. Are they not the sweetest little smallest little things? This is the outfit my son brought home from the hospital. And the craziest thing is, this was a baggie on him. He was very small. He was my smallest. And so I have one, look at the hat. Oh my gosh. I have one outfit. And this is, I'm looking for hair. Like, isn't this crazy? I'm looking for like newborn baby hair. It's not there. But you keep very little from your kids, because you have their entire lifetime of stuff that you're going to want to keep. I originally was keeping all of their schoolwork and artwork from preschool. And I mean, like, how do I do that with 3 kids? Hi, Kathy. Thanks for coming. How are you doing? And so you can't keep everything. So you need to be really selective about what you keep. And, my mom, she kept a few outfits of us for when we were babies. And that was actually really nice. So there wasn't a lot. Other people, like, they keep things and they'll be like, oh, I kept this and now I'm giving it to you. And you're like, oh, okay, well, this doesn't really mean anything to me. It kind of means more to you than it does to me. So again, you'll be like, okay, well, I'm just going to declutter it. And so I think that as for our kids growing up, taking pictures of that artwork, just mostly being present in their lives overall is the best thing you can do. And like creating memories and being present for those memories, instead of like always looking at our phone, always recording things. Because this is why I'm trying so hard to help moms understand, like, when you declutter things, you are actually, you're freeing up your mental space so you can be present more and you can remember more about your kids' childhood. So you're not always cleaning, you're not always doing things. You can be present, you can be there. So once you declutter all of these things, you might even notice that your stress level goes down, but you might not, because it's gone. Often we don't notice when things are absent. But next time you go to open that cupboard and there aren't shoes falling all over the place, you'll be like, hey, you might be like, hey, it's better, right? You might at first be like, this is refreshing, but you won't have that hit of stress. And the same thing with, the sentimental items that you don't really want that are in your closet that you're not using, or with the broken things, because you actually have things that work. So make sure that you hit subscribe. I really appreciate those of you who joined. It was really fun to do a live stream. I didn't know when I would ever start doing it, but I think it was actually fun, and I think I'll do it again. Let me know if you want to see it again, any topics. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.